Hello, this is a small video in which I would like to demonstrate how I have used the recording tool from Zoom to actually find the best way to catch the attendance in my classroom. I teach synchronous classes, and the attendance to um, lectures is pretty important. I have tried various ways to catch the attendance. However, this appears to be the best one. So I have already opened the Zoom and I logged in. Here are my meetings, and I have a number of meetings here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to enter into reports. I'm going to choose the usage, okay, and I'm going to choose a meeting that has taken place sometimes. And if we look at the meetings that I have, we could notice that now I'm going to move a little bit the screen so we can see the meetings. I'm going to choose a number of meetings that I have had in the last month. The tool only records 1 month of meetings. So let's say I have between May 28th, 24th, and let's say June 20th. And I search for the meetings that have taken place in this interval. So I'm choosing, for instance, um, let's say somewhere where my students were not in such a big number. And I'm using, let's say, the meeting that has taken place on June 3rd. So it's one of the classes. And here I'm going to have the list of students, and I'm going to choose to export this particular list. So I'm going to export with meeting data. So I will have the data uh, present, and I notice already that while browsing through my students list, I have some that participated in less than the duration of the meeting. So I click export. I'm going to open the file that is given by the export, and here is the file. So I'm going to take my students out. So I don't want to really reveal their names. And now I'm going to extend these two uh, fields so that I can see pretty much each of them how many minutes was present. So surprise, surprise, I have already 3 students that did not stay for the entire duration of the meeting, and you can see the times that they stayed logged in, and that's a pretty interesting happening. So I could have chosen to have I'm going to close this for a moment. Could have chosen to show unique users. So this would actually give me a better image because I could have users that logged out and back in. And in this case, I'll probably get the same result, and I bring the users over, and I will make sure that their names are not present in my window. And now I can see their start time and end time. However, I don't see details for the users. So out of the two reports, the one that is catching all the users, and obviously I need the meeting time because I want to capture this one for and put together all the meetings. So I have not used this method until now, but I plan to use it for future classes because this gives me really, really a good image of the session. So I can easily rename this uh, book, rename this uh, uh, sheet, and then have, so this one also was on June 3rd. So I can put here 0603 and then keep the attendance for the rest of the semester and have a better image of how my students uh, participating. I mentioned that this recording is done with Studio tool from Canvas, and I have used that Studio tool to create presentations for my students and to clip from my Zoom meetings, to clip portions of the class that would represent a presentation of various topics. And I also ask my students to use the tool and create video presentations.